everybody. Welcome back to another Rory pop-up. Yes, I am popping up. Why? Because we got something to chit-chat about, y'all. We have something to kiki about, to be messy about. And let me tell you, we definitely had something to discuss. Listen, it just keeps getting hotter and hotter and hotter over there across the pond. I'm telling you, the stories just keep coming out and they are even hotter than you can imagine. Yes, we're going to go over some, but also we're going to talk about Harry and Meghan popping up. Yes, they have popped up looking cute, looking happy, and looking very unbothered. And I am so happy for them because I know they are happy that they don't have to be involved in any of that mess across the pond. Harry was asked about it at one time, and Harry said, that doesn't have anything to do with me and my wife. And Harry meant every word of it. Yes, he did. He did. And that's the reason anytime a microphone and a camera is pointed towards Harry, Harry keeps saying, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. I don't want to go back. And why would he? If you look at all the shenanigans, all of the lies and the cloaking and the paying off of people, all of it is starting to come out. And I must say, a little of it is shocking to me. Now, I know it's no low that they won't go, but let me tell you, when all of this came out on Friday, his statement and all, we said that this was a preemptive strike, that it was something hot coming behind this. This is them trying to get in front of it. And let me tell you, it's getting hot. It is really getting hot. Some of these headlines on these stories, I must say, it's a little shocking to me too. Wait till we get into it. But first, I want us to talk about, of course, our faves. And this particular squatty posted about our faves and said this: what a beautiful surprise. Just woken up, looked on Twitter, and I see my favorite people looking hot and fabulous out and about, looking absolutely amazing. Yes, Harry and Meghan was out and about, and look at this picture. Don't they look cute? They do, they do. And they were at the Alliance for Children's Rights, and Archwell sponsored this tennis tournament. And if you think back, Archwell sponsored this same tennis tournament last year. Yeah, so this is 2 years in a row. Meghan has been supporting her friend. And this squatty with this beautiful picture that they posted said, Harry and Meghan looking California cool. I agree with that. Is this not a beautiful picture? They look like they're so happy. I love it. And I'm going to put this one up. And this squatty posted about Meghan and Harry being there at this tennis tournament that Archwell is sponsoring for her friend Kelly Zaffin. I think that's the way you pronounce her name, Zaffin or Zafin. But yes, and said this: Harry and Meghan at the George Zaffin tennis tournament. What a beautiful way for Kelly and Julian Zaffin to honor their late son and his love of tennis. The bond between mother and son is eternal and transcends even the greatest losses. Prince Harry. Y'all remember when Prince Harry said that, dropping them lines? I'm telling you, he was dropping them bars because that's so beautiful. I'm going to read that again. It says, the bond between a mother and son is eternal and transcends even the greatest losses. All I can say is, where's the lie, Harry? Where is the lie? So beautiful. And I'm going to put this up. This squatty says, I'm crying with her. And what this squatty is talking about is Kelly Zaffin was talking about Meghan and her commitment and what a good friend she is. And she was just giving Meghan all of her flowers, and Meghan got emotional. She did. And why wouldn't she? My whole thing is even when you're strong, even when you're a very strong person, it's hard to take incoming fire all the time. And Meghan is constantly taking incoming fire from all of the ugly old hags, the trolls, the derangers, the toadies, the flying monkeys, and the smelly old hags. She is taking it all the time. And to have someone to really see you and see who you are and say it out loud for others to hear, why wouldn't she get emotional? Why wouldn't she? Because I'm sure it's not easy all the time. I'm a strong woman, but it takes a toll on you sometimes. And just being a podcaster that is a squatty who takes up for Meghan and have to deal with the nonsense all the time, I can only imagine what Meghan feels sometimes. I'm sure her burden gets heavy. And to have someone to say, I see you, I see who you are. I know that you're not anything like what these people are trying to portray you as, and I got you. Oh, why would she not get emotional? But let me go on. It says, I'm crying with her. Meghan, we all love you for everything that you are doing. Yes. How sweet was that? How sweet was that? And I'm sure Meghan needed it, because if she didn't, she wouldn't have cried. All right, I'm gonna put this up, and this is a repost. And the original post was posted by Squatty that said the George Zaffin Tennis Tournament, sponsored by Archwell Foundation, raised $200,000 for Alliance for Children's Rights. Yes, $200,000. It says congratulations to the Zaffin family, plus the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, on a successful event for an amazing cause. Yes, I love it. $200,000 they raised. And Harry and Meghan just keep showing up and doing good. They do. And they keep putting the points on the board. I think back to old flat-faced Camilla Tominey talking about when Harry and Meghan received their humanitarian award, and how she said that they was not humanitarians. Y'all remember that? And she has never done anything for anybody, but yet and still she stands in judgment of two people who are constantly doing for others. I cannot with her. And the squatty that posted this, she quoted Kelly in what Kelly said about Meghan, and it says, Meghan and Harry, you continue to amaze me with your commitment to community and your fierce loyalty and love in friendship. We are so grateful you chose to support the Alliance again this year. Yes, that's what Kelly said. Very sweet and very true. I'm just saying. All right, I just want to show some of the pictures of the event. Look at this. This is Harry with the Zeffin family, their daughter. They do have a daughter. Their son is the one that passed away, and why they do the tennis tournament. But this is their daughter. Her name is Lily. Yes, just like Princess Lilybeth. And yeah, such a great picture. I love this picture. It's Meghan and Harry, they have great friends. And this one is Harry and Meghan. I just love this picture. They look like they are dating. And Harry always looked like he is the cat that swallowed the canary, doesn't he? He looks like, I did this thing. I got exactly what I wanted, and I am happy. Doesn't he? He always looks like the cat that swallowed the canary. He does. And this picture of Harry and Lily. And you know what? Megan even posted this sweet, sweet picture, and she titled it "Our Other Favorite Lily." Isn't that sweet? I mean, that is so sweet. She loves her Uncle Harry. And here's a picture of Megan and her friend Kelly. So sweet. You can look at these two women and know that they are true friends. Kelly is a true friend to Megan. You can tell. I can tell. I can see someone, I can scope them out. The ones I give the side eye to, Kelly is not one of them. I think she's a true friend to Megan, but she has been Megan's friend for a long time prior to Megan marrying Harry. So this is nothing new, and I love this friendship. I do. And I'm gonna put this up. And yes, the dress that Megan has on is the very same dress that she had on in the video with the ducklings. Y'all remember the ducklings? I mean, I think it got like 15 or more million views. But this squatty posted it and said, "Is this the same dress as when she saw the ducklings?" It's so gorgeous. It is, but I think it is the very same dress. Yes, nothing gets past squatties. Nothing. And that includes this big diamond ring that Megan has been sporting for a while now. And this squatty said, "Can we take a moment to appreciate Megan's new carrot?" Harry has her spoiled. Yes, do you see this rock that Megan has on her right hand? I'm telling you, she has been sporting it for a while, since New York. And it is a huge, huge rock. I love it. I love it. And this squatty says this about the new ring. I just want to say they need to give people an exclusive about the mysterious new giant diamond ring. Yes, y'all know we nosy. Squatties are the most nosiest people. We just want to know. We do, because it is beautiful. It is big, it is bold, and it is beautiful, and it screams money. It does. They have walked around here, those flying monkeys across the pond, and talked about how Harry and Meghan was begging for money, especially old Angela Levin, talking about he's begging Charles for money. Well, it's nothing about Harry and Meghan, especially Meghan with that big rock on her finger that says, "We need money. We need to beg." That might be a reason why Harry put it there, to show we're good over here. A matter of fact, we're very good. Yes, I love it. I love it. Come on, people, give us an exclusive. How many carrots? We want it all out there so everyone can know, so they can absolutely lose their rabbit minds. All right, y'all, I want to put this one up because I just thought it was so sweet. It was so true. And what William and his children are missing out not having Harry in their lives. He cannot see not having his brother is such a deficit for him. I mean, he is going to be a king with nobody around him except his children who, are still be young. And he doesn't have his brother. He doesn't have anybody to really stand with him. And it's sad. Charles has his sister Anne. He has his brother Edward. He has these people to stand with him. And of course, he got the horse. But William has his stalker and his children. And that's about it. I mean, he is really, really at a deficit because of the fact that he can't see the value of having his brother and his sister-in-law and his niece and nephew, you know, in his camp, on his side, supporting him. But time will tell. He will see. Some people have to learn the hard way, but I digress. This particular squatty, this is a repost, and the original post said this. This is super cute. I didn't realize Meghan's friend, Kelly Zaffin, also has a daughter called Lily Alabet, a different spelling. And the squatty that reposted this, now their post is the one that just does it for me because it is so profound. It says, remember in Spare how Harry was so excited by the idea of being the fun uncle, but he didn't get the chance because they never invited him over. Meghan really did give this man the life he dreamed of, full of love and people who truly care around him. Exactly. He is Lily's uncle. And can you imagine if Willie and Kitty wasn't such damaged human beings and dumb as rocks? They would be able to see the value in Harry and Meghan. They only see jealousy, envy. But if they could only see that Harry will make William a better king and Meghan would have made Kitty a better queen. But they couldn't see it. They couldn't see it. And now their kids miss out on their uncle. They miss out having the cool uncle. They miss out on Harry. Y'all, when the queen died and little Charlotte was sitting right next to Harry and they connected eyes and Harry smiled at her. She don't know him. She don't know her uncle. And it's so sad. And these people don't understand that. And now, I don't feel the same way about Lily and Archie not knowing Willie because we know exactly who Willie is. And they are not missing out on much because he's selfish and self-centered. And I believe he has some resentment for those children. I really do. Y'all remember when Archie was born, a reporter asked Willie, saying, how does it feel to have a nephew? How does it feel to be an uncle? And Willie said, I'm already an uncle. I already have a nephew. That was very telling. That was very, very telling. So I don't grieve that relationship. I grieve the relationship between Harry and George and Charlotte and Louis, because they could have benefited from their Uncle Harry, his experiences, his guidance, his love, having his love. But Willie is such a selfish and horrible individual. He is denying his kids of that relationship. I'm just saying, but yeah, that's Willie. But I agree with Serena. Serena says your friends can be your family. They're your chosen family. And so here Harry is, still getting to be an uncle. And I just love it. I do. All right, y'all, we're going to shift gears and we're going to talk about some of these articles that have come out this weekend. And they are shocking to say the least. I mean, that family is in the middle of a SHIT storm, and Andrew is swirling about, and it is engulfing all of them. I mean, they are fighting for their lives over there. I'm telling you, even GB News did a poll and just to say, do you still need the monarchy anymore? I kid you not. GB News, they are fighting for their lives over there. I'm going to put this one up, and this one was a little shocking to me. It says the Met Police destroyed records for the night Prince Andrew allegedly had sex with teenager in London, says former royal protection officer. Yes, that night, that fateful night, they were cloaking for him. They were cloaking for him. And he sit there on national television and lied. Said he couldn't sweat. Said he took his girls out for pizza. Yeah, sit there and lied. And the Royal Protection Officer said that the Met Police covered up for him, destroyed the records. All right, I want to put this one up. And look at this one. This one is a shocker as well. It says Prince Andrew in a orgy with Virginia Giuffre and 8 girls before she lost a baby. What? What? And it says Virginia Giuffre, who died earlier this year, made a series of explosive claims about her alleged encounters with Prince Andrew and being trafficked for sex by JE. She lost a baby. She was in a orgy with Andrew. Is 1 plus 1 adding up to be 2? What y'all think? It's shocking to me. It really is. And the reason I'm shocked is not because of Andrew and that I don't think that he could be this low. No, I believe anybody in that family can be this low. But it's shocking to me that it is being reported. It is shocking to me that it is coming out. That says a lot when it comes to that family over there. This is a SHIT storm that is really engulfing that family. I heard them even talking about sending Andrew out of the country, him living somewhere. And somebody, I think a squatty made a comment about it and said, who would want him? What country would want him in it? Well, he probably could come to America. Because I'm telling you, we got some folks at the top of this food chain. I'm just saying. But yes, it's coming out. And this squatty that posted it said, Prince William wants to take credit for Andrew not losing his titles as Duke of York. Exactly. Smoke and mirrors. That's all they're given is smoke and mirrors. And it says, however, William does not plan to invite Andrew to his coronation when he becomes king. This is how these people are punishing someone who has done these heinous things. Well, allegedly done these heinous things. This is how they're being punished. He's not going to get to come to my hat ceremony. He's not going to be able to come to Christmas. I cannot with these people. The lack of self-awareness is staggering. It is. I cannot. I cannot. And it says, Andrew said, oh, wait a minute, let me start over. It said, William does not plan to invite Andrew to his coronation when he becomes king, mistakenly believing that this decision shows strength, which is quite frankly laughable. You think? I mean, all of it is. I mean, no self awareness whatsoever. I mean, lack of insight is an understatement. Well, I guess that'll teach him. Not being able to come to the hat ceremony, not being able to, come to Christmas, and definitely not standing on the balcony. These people, they really think that these things are something to be desired. It is crazy to me. I knew that they was really, really lacking in self-awareness when they thought they were really hurting Harry and Meghan by not allowing them to stand on the balcony. Well, they won't be on the balcony. They won't be on the balcony. And I bet Meghan was saying to herself, big whoop. Who cares? And that is the reason why they never understood Meghan. That is the reason why they never liked her. You remember in Spare, Harry said it all kicked off when Kitty was talking to Meghan about Trooping of the Colors, and she, was talking about how, this and that and the other thing, and Meghan was so unimpressed with it. She was unimpressed with it, and Kitty has fought her whole life. She created a honeypot plan in order to get the seat that she was sitting in at the time, and Meghan just shrugged her shoulders at it and thought it probably. I'm putting words in Meghan's mouth because I don't know, but I'm just saying. Harry said Meghan was not hugely impressed, and Kitty, from that point on, really had a problem with Meghan. She had a problem with Meghan because they really value standing on the balcony. They really value going to a boring hat ceremony to put on all them stolen jewels and do nothing. Nothing. Their whole existence, it just adds up to a whole lot of nothing. But yet and still they really put emphasis and value on all of this nonsense. Well, he won't get to ride in a carriage no more. Woo! I'm telling you, I can't. I'm like this squatty. All of this is laughable. It really is. And look at this one. This is from the Fail. It says Andrew told Met to dig up dirt on Virginia Dufresne. Police launch probe as email reveals he procured private data for a smear campaign. Well, looky, looky, looky. They know something about a smear campaign, don't they? They want to pretend like, we don't know anything what you're talking about. What is this so-called smear campaign you speak of? What is that? Yes, they pretend like they don't know, but here it is. They're copying to the fact that this is one of the weapons of that family over there. This is one of the weapons that the royal family use against people who are speaking out against them. My whole thing is this. If Virginia Dufresne was lying, wouldn't your first thought would be to prove her out to be a liar, not to smear her? Because you use a smear campaign on someone who's telling the truth. You don't want them to be believed. Yeah, so this says it all for me. This is just out of the royal family playbook. And the Met Police was involved in it all. Now, they say it's no evidence that the Met Police ever did this, but we all know. We all know how that police department works hand in glove with that family. We know it. That's why I don't even want Harry I don't really want Meghan and those babies to go over there and be protected by the Met Police because they are hand in glove. All of them are hand in glove. And it is being said out here on the streets that Harry was not protected in at some times when he was over there last, that he did not get police protection. I'm just saying. Now, that's what some squatters are saying. Why would you ever want to be involved in some situations like that? If I was Meghan, you would never convince me to put my foot over there. Absolutely not. Because hand in glove. Hand in glove. And Narendra Kaur, she posted this and said, Dufresne's memoir claims Andrew insisted she signed a 1-year gag order to prevent details of her allegations tarnishing the late Queen's Platinum Jubilee. It was only ever about protecting their reputation and not protecting the victims. Of course it was. It's always that. It's always that. It is never about anybody except them. These people center themselves in everything. In everything. And of course, they were going to center themselves in this, making sure everything is hunky dory for the Jubilee. But listen, I'm not surprised by that. And it was a lot of chatter on these internet streets once that deal was struck, once that settlement was made with Virginia Dufresne. Squatty was talking about this. They were saying that they bet something was in place for her not to speak until that Jubilee was over. We knew it. We knew it. And here it is. Here's the receipt. And the squatty that reposts Norinda said, this is what they do. William and Charles included. Exactly. Exactly. They are so evil. They are. They're self-centered and very evil people. That's why I worry about Harry. I worry about Meghan. Because these people will do anything for survival. And William is out here really trying to survive this. He's really trying to play himself up to be the strong one. Like we were saying, he think he's a tough guy because he's not gonna let Andrew come to his hat ceremony or sit down at the table with the rest of the family and have a Christmas goose. That is him showing strength. These people, like I said, is so out of touch. And this particular squatty wrote this and said, well, William's gone full treason mode, crowning himself King William V. Yes, he's just taking charge. He is absolutely out here briefing and planning stories against Charles. And Charles has been really, really quiet. Have y'all noticed that? While William is running around planning stories, pretending like he is so strong, puffing his chest out, saying that he's in control, like this particular squatty said, and pretty much calling himself King William V. And it says, while the actual king is still alive. In true Willis fashion, it's all rage and zero emotional regulation. The combo that'll finish off the monarchy. Where is the lie? I mean, he is out here just shooting all directions. I mean, he's like the gun that couldn't shoot straight. I mean, he's out here really making a fool of himself. And the squatty that reposted this said, what William wants to be seen as publicly is often not what the truth is behind the veil. Instead, I don't even think he really has any issues with Andrew, treating him more kindly than he treats his little brother in 5 years. Where is the lie? Where is it? I mean, that's nothing but fact. And it says, because 8/28/2023, William knew of Andrew's or Andy's predilections and J.E.'s adjacency. Absolutely he did. Absolutely he did. And everybody in that family knew. The Queen knew. Charles knew. William knew. Kitty Cat knew. The horse knew. Sophie and Edward knew. They all knew. And their response to what was going on was to cloak and protect a pedo. Why? Because they are infested with them. And they want to try now to pretend like, oh, this is just so new to me. This is just brand new. William is acting so brand new right now. And it is such phony baloney. And I'll tell you what makes it even phonier. And that is them trying to bring Harry and Meghan into it and try to create a equivalence to Andrew. I kid you not. They're trying to create this equivalence. Even I saw a clip of Angela Levin, and Angela Levin could not even say that it was an equivalence. Oh, Nana was trying to say it was equivalence. She is so willing to try to say anything. She is so jealous of Meghan. I mean, I'm glad she changed her hair. She doesn't look like an albino cockroach anymore. She just looks like a regular cockroach now. And she is willing to say and do anything. She is so jealous because Meghan got a prince and she got a convict. But I digress. They need to stop trying to create an equivalence with Andrew because Harry has an insurance policy. At least this is what this squatty is saying. They say, gives me peace knowing that Prince Harry kept 400 deleted pages of spare and also has 3 books left in his deal. Yes, yes, it gives me peace as well. It's kind of like an insurance policy, isn't it? And they say, come for his family, and that man will sing like a canary, just like last time. But even worse, because his father will be gone and he won't feel an obligation to protect William at all. All I can say is Harry is no punk. They have always, to their detriment, underestimated Harry. They have. Harry will burn it all down for Meghan and those 2 babies. And if you don't believe it, try it. He is a very, very peaceful man. He wants to get along now. He will even make up and make nice right now. But if you start some shit, Harry will have no qualms in burning it all down and smile while lighting a cigar from the flames. Harry do not play about his family, and they should not make him have to play. They should not make him have to do anything. Leave him alone. Leave Meghan alone. Why can't you just leave them alone? I am just saying. But this squatty is absolutely right. Harry's no punk. And they best leave him alone. I'm just saying. And look at this. More shocking stuff coming out. This was in the fail. J.E. bankrolls Sarah Ferguson for 15 years and she took daughters to celebrate his release from prison in U.S. Astonishing emails claim. What do y'all think about that? Took Beatrice, took Eugenie, and they were up some size. They were young adults. And this squatty that posted it said, so I'm guessing since the SHIT has hit the fan, now they want to report on the SHIT they have been covering up. Yes, yes, yes. It's all coming out. And that is the shocking part for me, not their behavior, because I have never, ever held any of them up in high regard. I have always said it's no low that they won't go. So me shocked by their behavior? Nah. But I am shocked by all of this that's coming out. Like this squatter was saying, they want to report on the SHIT they have been covering up. That's the shocking part for me, not the behavior. That they are now reporting on the things that they have been covering up. Very shocking. Very shocking to see this in the fail. actually doing, can I say, journalism? I'm just saying. And I'm going to put this one up. This squatty addressed some of the people who are saying that they feel sorry for Eugenie and Beatrice. This squatty says, I feel sorry for his daughters. And this squatty says, you mean Jeremy Clarkson and Piers Morgan's friends? Are you aware that Beatrice and her daughter's godmother is Morgan's besties? Or that their friends leave hateful comments on about Meghan under different publications? Yes. Are we supposed to really feel sorry for them? To me, this is comeuppance. Yes, comeuppance. You do nasty, nasty things. Now, I always would give Eugenie some slack, but I always knew Beatrice was a biatch. I always felt that she was a biatch and very, very entitled and very, very snobbish. She gives me that vibe. And looky, looky, looky. I did not know about her daughter's godmother being Morgan's bestie. Who knew? Who knew? But I just reported in was it my last podcast or the podcast before, that she was at, both of them was at a charity event with Jeremy Clarkson. Yeah, so why should I feel sorry for them? And also, at the very height of Piers Morgan tormenting Meghan, we know that Beatrice and Eugenie had lunch with him. Now, we didn't see Eugenie socialize with him. We didn't get any of those pictures, but we did get Beatrice kissing him goodbye on the cheek. This is who they are. I feel no kind of sympathy for Beatrice or Eugenie because she seems like she has changed when it comes to Harry and Meghan. I bet she wish she had did it a little differently now. Because one thing about Harry, he is loyal and he would have been loyal to her. But no, I feel no sympathy for it. Neither of the girls, nor Sarah Ferguson or Andrew. I feel sorry for the real victims, the young girls who endured all of the SA at the hands of J.E. and Prince Andrew and all these other old, rich, sick men. It was disgusting. And it's all coming out. So no, I have no sympathy for them. I have sympathy for the victims. And this is a repost, and the original post is from Not My King. And Not My King posted about how J.E. bankrolled Sarah Ferguson for 15 years and said greed did get them in the end. Yes, with a coffee cup that says greed will get them in the end. And that's exactly what happened with them. Greed got them in the end. And Anne, the Duchess of Success, said, going forward, Harry should be careful with his cousins. Sorry, I know he's been close to Beatrice, but I think it was Eugenie. He was close to Eugenie. But I just wouldn't risk it. Any connections to what's happening with the other royals is dangerous going forward. Desperate people do desperate things. Where is the lie? Where is it? But I think that they separated themselves from Harry and Meghan, trying to endear themselves with William and just trying to be on the side of the so-called crown. Well, they really miscalled that one, didn't they? They really did. Now here they are in a boat with a hole in it. And Harry and Meghan has a pot full of glue that could plug that hole, but not this time. Harry and Meghan is saying, get somebody else to do it. Yes, get someone else to do it, like Jeremy Clarkson or Piers Morgan or some of those other haters, those people who have attacked Harry and Meghan that you choose to associate with. Get them. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, this is going to be my last one, but this squatty is giving really good advice. Now, y'all tell me if y'all think it's good advice, but I really do. And it says, please hear me out. I would like our faves to stay at home for the next few weeks. The leftovers are currently melting under the spotlight and will use any of their outings as a distraction. Let them sweat in their filth. I agree because it's really starting to burn. The fire is really becoming a blaze over there. And all I can say is, baby, let it burn. Let it burn, Harry and Meghan. Let it burn. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all a little later. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Bye.